Good evening, I am Coach S. Plancer of the Dallas Staryu, and this is our Week 2 team builder as we prepare to face off against Pointblanke and his Winnipeg Blue Blastoise. And we have a lot to live up to after our dominating performance last week with that epic belly drum polytoad sweep. I don't have quite as fun a set this week, but let's just start with this team. So, this guy has Mega Aerodactyl, Kyurem Black, Sylveon, Entei, Lucario, Blastoise, Roserade, Registeel, Exploud, Alolan Raichu, and Golurk. And his Z-move users are Alolan Raichu and Entei. Now this guy right here has a lot of very potent physical wall breakers, with Mega Aerodactyl being really fast and really strong with that Tough Claws, as well as Kyurem Black with that base 170 attack and significant bulk. So it's going to be hard to break down. He's got a couple of very good mixed users like Entei and Lucario. He's got some good specially offensive mons, Roserade and Sylveon, both of which can also be defensive. And of course Exploud. And then Golurk, can run Rock Polish and do a lot to my team. But what I've noticed here is that if you can run the combination of Steel and Fighting, or Fighting and Water, then you can run through this team. And he's got some very good quality special walls, but his only physical walls that are really good quality here are going to be the Blastoise and the Registeel. And I'm thinking if I just power through it and hit him hard with heavy physical offense, I can break through that and then break through his team. So that is the name of the game here. The theme is dominating physical offense. He does not have reliable recovery, and his special walls can't take physical hits very well. So we are going to dominate with all physical attackers is what we're going to do. So let's start with our first Pokemon, which is the Pokemon that I feel has the best matchup. And that is Edward the Scizor, coming for the first week in the APA. We are running an Adamant nature. Technician, of course, is Apricot Berry. Bullet Punch, Super Power, Natural Gift, and Sword Stance. And that Apricot Berry makes Natural Gift a ground type move, and that is to hit Entei. Now, I'm not going to be able to outspeed Entei unless I have an agility, which I do have a baton passer this week that I will get into later. So this is one of my agility recipients that can use Natural Gift. But if I can set up a Sword Stance, then I can wreck through this team as long as I weaken the Blastoise sufficiently. Superpower at +2 will kill a defensive Registeel, and it will do a crap ton of damage to a Blastoise. And this is the first part of a set that's going to hammer through. Also, +2 Bullet Punch is going to kill Kyurem Black, it's going to kill Sylveon, it's going to kill Mega Aerodactyl, which is a significant part of his wall core. Superpower, of course, it kills Exploud, and the Golurk, I don't have a whole lot for it, but I have other things for Golurk. I don't really expect to see Golurk, but you never know. It is a threat. And of course the Alolan Raichu, Natural Gift. But really, Natural Gift is for Entei. If I get a +2, I can kill Entei with Natural Gift. And that is the most logical switch into Scizor. You just switch into Entei, because what's Scizor going to do? Knock you off, maybe? No, we're going to run Natural Gift. Which even hits Lucario as well as Superpower. So this is the very first Pokemon here that I think is going to really break down my opponent's team and possibly sweep at the end if I can get everything into Bullet Punch. Excuse me. Into Bullet Punch range. So next up we have the next part of my physically offensive break down the walls core, and that is Necrozma. Edelweiss is coming for a second week in a row here, and we are running a physically offensive Edelweiss, like I mentioned. Sword Stance, Shadow Claw, Smart Strike, and Earthquake. And this right here is another agility recipient. We have pretty good coverage to hit everything. We have that Groundium Z to make sure that if he brings in his Registeel, which is very likely, I can knock that thing out at +2 with a Tectonic Rage. Even Blastoise is not going to take a Tectonic Rage at +2 very well, and that should outgo anything else at +2. We have Smart Strike because Steel hits through his offensive Pokemon very, very well. If you already have a Bullet Punch user and you're facing the Winnipeg Blue Blastoise, that Bullet Punch user is going to rip through his offense. No kidding. But we have Shadow Claw because I do need to be able to hit Goler. I can't really hit it with Scissors, so I'm going to be able to hit it with this. And if I can get that +2, then that 100 Speed EVs will make sure that I outspeed everything, including the Mega Aerodactyl. Yeah, including the Mega Aerodactyl at +2. So that is the intention there. So moving on, we have our next two Pokemon are for really catching his offense off guard, because I do need to have contingency plans set up. And the first one is Harry Mama with the Focus Sash. Focus Sash because Harry Mama, even though we have that base 144 HP, his defense and special defense really are lagging. But because we're running the Focus Sash, I do feel safe to run 228 in speed at 99 speed stat. That is able to outspeed a minimum speed, or non-invested speed rather, Blastoise, which is very likely. I think he's going to be a max defense if he comes. We are running Close Combat, Heavy Slam, Ice Punch, and Earthquake. This is sufficient coverage to hit everything on his team very, very hard. And I may do just like I did last week and just bring it in first turn and just hit whatever's in front of me until he kills me. Because this can really catch him off the back foot. So that is what I want to do with Harry Mama here, is just hit things hard, use that sash to break through what I need to break through. So moving on, we have our other part of that, and that is Focus Sash Coca-Cola, the Beartic, coming for the first time. This guy's got Icicle Crash, Superpower, Aqua Jet, and Sword Stance. And Aqua Jet is another priority move that will hit through some of his speedier offensive mons, such as Mega Aerodactyl. Doesn't do a whole lot to cure him, but that's what Superpower is for. And if I get agility into this, because I can safely pass it once with that Focus Sash, then I could possibly clean up with Beartic as well. And that's the idea here. Hit things hard, bring things down, and possibly clean up with one of my priority users. We are running Slush Rush because I'm not bringing the rain this week. Considered it because it'll also boost that Aqua Jet. But I just could not fit a good spot into Politoed. I thought Politoed would actually be a liability this week. So I brought Slush Rush because most people are going to try to bring weather against me. Honestly, most likely he'll do like Sunny Day or something, because that Roserade does get Weather Ball. But I think that, if he brings the Hail, I can utilize it with Slush Rush. I doubt that's going to be the case, but I'm not bringing Rain, and he's not going to bring Rain either, so we'll see how it goes. But moving on, we have our fifth entry is Tornadus Eye, captain of the team, Oklahoma coming through. That's the place I want to be. And this right here is a utility set, but I also have maximum attack investment and Jolly Nature. This will outspeed his base 100, being Entei, so that I'll have to worry about taking E-Speed, obviously, but I can definitely get damage off in return if I need to. But we are running the Tailwind, the eject button. The idea is to get that Tailwind up while I expect to take a hit, eject out and go into something like Hariyama or Beartic and just fire off really powerful attacks, because I'll be able to outspeed most everything. And it's a shame, that Hariyama, I was considering running that Belly Drum set too, so that would have been fun if I could get the Tailwind set up and go into a Belly Drum, but I decided against it because he's got a lot of heavy offense and I really don't know when I'm going to be able to set up a Belly Drum with Hariyama. Not very likely. But we have acrobatics. If I hit the eject button, come back in, acrobatics will be at base 110. So that's cool. We have superpower because fighting hits everything, and I got U-turn. Because yeah, if I get a tailwind up, he doesn't attack me, I might U-turn out just to switch into whatever I want. Maybe one of my sashers. Whatever the situation dictates. That's what I'll do. And last but not least, I filled it out with bringing the Baton Pass Zapdos again. I kind of wanted to bring it like a spec set, but I decided against it. Heat Wave would have been nice, but I decided to bring the utility again because I really needed something that's bulky to take hits, and it really is the best Baton Passer that I have for facing the Winnipeg Blue Blastoise. So that is the way it's going to go, is with the Zeppelin Zapdos Baton Pass again. That does of course mean I can't run static, so that sucks, but I can also Thunderwave things. Thunderwave is just as good as an agility in my book, and he doesn't really have a whole lot of heal builders. He's got Roserade, and that's about, and he's got Roserade and Sylveon. But we'll see if that comes into play. And I got Discharge too for that 30% paralysis if I go for an attack, which, don't want to take a Stone Edge, but, Aerodactyl doesn't want to take a Discharge either, so neither does Blue Blastoise. And I can't just not bring my Stab, I didn't bring my Stab last week, so I gotta bring my Stab this week. So that is the team. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. I do hope that this goes well. I do think that if I just keep on hammering at this opponent with all my physical offense, I will take him down. Especially if I can dispatch that Kyurem and weaken his walls, break through them. I'll be able to clean him up. And that is the idea here. Go check out Pointblanke. He doesn't do team builders because he thinks team builders are a waste of time, and maybe they are, but who knows. But I will see you in the match, which I'm going to have in like 5 hours or so. I really got to get to sleep, so talk to you guys later. Bye.